going on, Phoenicians? Hey guys, I want to thank you guys so much for your support yesterday in the video I posted, especially with in regards to the survey. I haven't looked at the survey results yet. I'm going to keep posting this in subsequent videos. I'm probably going to keep the survey up for about a week, and we'll see where that goes. Now, my phone's been vibrating all day. Today I wanted to talk about two things. First of all, awesome job, America. Good job, Supreme Court. A lot of you guys know me personally. I'm a very staunch supporter of gay marriage, despite the political party I subscribe to. Yes, I am a registered Republican. Yes, I mentioned this before. This is old news, really, for me. Like, I voted Republican, but, like, this year when I could, not this year, this past year, I voted Libertarian, if it was on the ballot. So, like, I voted Libertarian for the state treasurer and a state auditor or something like that. They did not win, obviously, but, you know, that's the thing. You know, I feel very ashamed of my party right now because of their behavior after this ruling. Calling them activist judges and saying that they're going to fight this to the death. And go ahead, religious right, go ahead. Bring it to your death, okay? I'm sick of the religious right just controlling my party. You know, I only am a Republican because the Democrats can't do jack shit when it comes to economics, okay? And you know, for me, like I said, I'm not gay, so this ruling doesn't apply to me much. Gay rights on my agenda is not that high up on my agenda. You know, for me, the economy's up, then having a rational security instead of a reactionary security, a rational national security, that's high up on the list. You know, that means no NSA snooping, no spying on other people, and then, obviously, having rational taxes. That's third on the list. And then, I guess, fourth would be gay rights. And for me, like, I support gay rights. You know, I will not, you know, I'm not going to go out of my way, though, to make a case and try to vote for someone if they are, you know, anti-gay. That's like Ron Paul, for example. Ron Paul supports gay rights. His son, Rand Paul, not so much of a supporter of gay rights, but he doesn't talk about it much, only when people ask him. So you can kind of tell, if you look at Rand, what he's going to do. His policies on defense, his policies on excessive spending, and his policies on the economy. Those are all going to come first. And that's why I always say, you know, for libertarians who are really discouraged by the GOP and the Democratic Party right now, and the choices we have in 2016, wait until this ruling that we had yesterday. And after, you know, this ruling gives libertarians more of a focus. We could say, yes, it was clearly defined in the Constitution. A lot of libertarians, especially those who staunchly support Rand Paul, they often say that government should not be in marriage whatsoever. And I have to disagree with that. Marriage is such a broad term these days. It is not strictly religious anymore. It's secular, it defines a family, it defines what a unit of the family is. You know, you have the father, the mother, right, in the traditional sense, and then you have the kids. Well, nowadays, now we have two dads, two moms, whatever. They raise kids, awesome. They're protected now, because of this ruling, under the 14th Amendment, from anything that's, you know, discriminatory, right? And a lot of people are going to say, oh yeah, you know, we need our religious freedom and stuff like that. You know, there's some rationality behind that. I understand that we are protected under the First Amendment. That's even what the majority ruling from Justice Kennedy wrote. Like he said, there has to be some rational thoughts about protecting the rights of, you know, people who have, you know, religions, right? In my case, though, this is what I want the LGBT community to do. Instead of just filing lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit against people who don't want to bake a cake for you, why don't we try convincing the American society that deeply held religious beliefs and the rights of other people should be completely separated. You know, what I believe doesn't necessarily apply to anybody else. Now, what you guys believe sometimes doesn't apply to me. I'm a straight male, okay, whatever. If I was gay, given my position on religion and given my position on politics, you know, I would not force my ideology on other people. However, I would try to encourage people to think more rationally. I mean, come on. Do you really think God hates gays? Do you really think that a God, in a sense, would want such a strict definition on what is right? When you look at gay people, and especially gays who raise families, I don't see any problem with them. Like, they raise them quite well. I mean, these kids turn out to be quite great, and I've heard nothing but success stories out of gay marriages. You know, and if you want to protect the sanctity of marriage, then look at these people who have 72-hour divorces. You know, is that marriage? I mean, that's the thing about the religious right that really pisses me off. It's not rational at all. There's no rationality. There is absolutely no rationality. There's no reasonable thought. There is no thinking. Alright? So that's the first thing, you know, that I was going to talk about. So that's why I'm really happy that the court ruled, and I don't have any objections to any of it. Like, the majority ruling was quite impressive of a read, and I wish, like, in the future people would read this in, like, high school history textbooks. Sorry about that, my camera had some memory issues, but that's what I wanted to say about gay marriage. The second thing, I'm going to show you some, second thing I wanted to say today is I'm going to show you some pictures here from a protest, and my phone's been going off all day. Like I posted a few pictures on my Twitter account if you saw this earlier. 213 retweets as of 9:51 p.m. Japan time, and this has just been nuts. Like ever since I've posted these pictures onto Twitter, it's been getting retweets. And these were pictures from the protest against Abe. It's like an anti-Abe protest, anti-state secrets protest, anti-LDP protest, anti-Article 9 revision protest. And I wanted to say that it was a very interesting thing to see. Because, you know, normally in front of Shibuya you have like the Uyoku right-wingers and the Sayuku left-wingers. You know, they have a small crowd and they make a lot of noise and they're just spewing their irrational vitriol everywhere. Not these guys. This was a group of students. I think they were called the Seeds or something like that. Sealeds? I forgot what they were. But they were protesting two things, mostly. Anti-state secrets law, which, you know, for me, I think that's just bullshit. I'm a libertarian. There should be no state secrets. Everything should be nice and transparent, right? Japan's not going to look good after that law if that thing passes. I think it did pass, but whatever. The second one was something I somewhat disagree with them on. It was the revision of Article 9, or like the... right of collective self-defense. Alright, here's the thing about that. Like, for me as an American, I have to say, like, Japan does need to step up and play a bigger role here in the geopolitical stage of East Asia. Because the main thing I'm worried about is China. China is an irrational, militarist, colonialist, completely fucked up country. They're a rogue state of 1 billion people or whatever. And they have, like, just a huge amount of pollution. They're not stopping anything. And the only reason why is because America can't do much right now by itself. We're stuck in the Middle East. We gotta get out. We gotta get the hell out of there. And honestly, I think Japan needs to play a bigger role in this type of sphere. Like, what will the right of collective self-defense do? Japan's not going to go to war. There will never be any more war involving Japan. I will never see them do that. Whatever they'll do under this new right of collective self-defense, though, they will provide material support, maybe soldier support. It's not necessarily war, but they're going to help out America, the Philippines, whoever needs Japan's help. They could even help out South Korea if they ever have a problem with North Korea. Probably won't happen. South Korea will probably never have Japanese troops ever on its soil, but here's the thing. Japan having a bigger role in the geopolitical sphere is a good thing. They are extremely well equipped, well trained, well disciplined, very amazing group of people. That's the GATI, the self-defense forces. So them and of course America, fuck yeah. You get us involved and put a lot of pressure on China, they will bend. They will stop doing their irrational bullcrap. So I sort of disagree on it, but then again, here's the thing though. A huge crowd like that protest was the biggest protest I've ever seen in front of Shibuya. You know, usually the Uyoku and Sayuku protests have like really small amounts of people there, but this was a gigantic protest. There was a lot of people there. It was huge. And it was well organized. Like I said, they had at least like 200 people working, it was a group of students and like teachers and stuff. They had a group of people who was working the crowd, making sure everyone stayed in line, stayed within a zone where they could watch the protest. They had paths so people can get in and out of Shibuya Station without any problems. It was well put together, and it was well organized. I mean, these people were very rational people. Like, what they were saying, too, was very rational. Like, we want liberty, type thing. I'm like, hell yeah. And every time I see the word liberty, I'm like, hell yeah. So, I think Abe needs to listen to people. And I think America needs to listen to these people too. You know, if America wants Japan to have a bigger role, we need to look at what the Japanese want as well. We need to say, you know, this is the type of thing that we need to look at rationally. You know, we need to write the rules for collective self-defense for Japan to be able to enter into the geopolitical sphere of East Asia rationally, with reason. Because if we just let Japan do anything willy-nilly, not a good idea. Because I can't trust Abe. I really can't. So that's why I watched a little bit of the protests and took some of those pictures. You can check them out on my Twitter profile down below. And it has like, I keep getting, my phone keeps buzzing for these retweets. So that's what I wanted to say to you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to try to upload some more. And like I said, keep taking care of that survey. I really want to improve the channel and I want to know what you guys want me to do. So, on that note, I'll see you all in the next video. Take it easy, Phoenicians.
When once was a lad of 22, I fell upon my way. My life devoid of meaning and my conscience led astray. Till a wise man took me by the hand and said, lad, you're in luck. The only way to salvation